So what do you do when you've invested in a process such as mentoring, but have no mentees to pour into? That's the question we'll answer in this video. Hello, this is Dr. Todd, and I wanted to offer a word of encouragement to all those of you out there who are pursuing what I would call one-anothering ministries in your church. Often what you'll find is that you'll spend the time and effort obtaining knowledge and then have no way to, or have no one to share it with. It reminds me of an episode from The King of Queens several years ago, when Carrie Heffernan's father, Arthur Spooner, had invested in a newfound technology known as the cell phone. He spent all of his money on a cell phone and had no one to call him after he had purchased such a great invention. And sometimes when I think about like mentoring ministries, you'll have an individual that'll come in and they will do everything that's asked of them, and they'll do it well. They will attend all the classes, they'll engage in all the activities, the training sessions, those kind of things, the role plays. Yet at the end of the day, they struggle having a mentee that they can work with. Well, I want to encourage you and sort of remind you of a few things you've got to understand. Number one, it's not always you. It could be the mentee. We see this in the counseling center. We have a sort of a rule that we never chase down counselees. And the reason is because all counselees, as with all mentees, are in a certain cycle of readiness. Motivational interviewing, which is a type of approach to therapy that works with people with addictions, talks about different stages of motivation. The first stage is called PreContemplation. Now, this is the earliest possible stage. The person may be experiencing some negative ramifications as a result of their behavior, but nothing really is bothering them yet. Now, I want you to apply this also to a mentee. They may vaguely think they need to talk to someone or work through some things, or even just engage upon a discipleship path to grow. But, life gets in the way. They're busy. They've got kids. They've got a job. They've got hobbies. They've got all these things they're doing. And so sometimes they're not ready yet. Well, see, that's not on you as the mentor. The second stage is contemplation. In this stage, the person may realize that, their lack of growth is leading to some problems here, and they may need to do something about it, but they're not quite ready yet. The third stage is known as preparation. And in that stage, the individual starts to think, I may actually have to do something about this. I may need to make that appointment with a mentor to help me work through this issue. But they're not quite, they've sort of made a decision to make a decision. And then stage 4 is what we call action. It's where they actually show up and they start participating in the relationship. And stage 5 is what we would call maintenance. It's where the problem that they come to the mentor for is kind of worked through. They've grown in it. They've learned. They're closer to Jesus. They've matured there. So now we do maintenance. And then, of course, stage 6 is termination, which means you just simply come to the end of the mentor-mentee relationship. But you need to understand that when you hear something like, well, I don't have time, think back on those stages and think to yourself, hey, I wonder where this mentee or potential mentee is in the process. Most of the time, it's not you. What do you do then if you're in a situation where you have no one to mentor? Keep sharpening your tools. God, in His timing, will bring you the right person. You don't have to run one down, grab them by the neck and pull them in and force them to be a mentee. Be open, engage in people, and continue to prepare. God may be working in His bigger plan here to help you develop some skills or develop some knowledge of discipleship you don't have yet. And so use it as a time. It's sort of one of those things. Don't waste your time while you wait on the mentee. God will bring you mentees. Just be engaged in your local body of faith. Be friendly, be kind to people, interact with them. People will know that you are. I had an old counseling trainer one time that used to say, hungry people go where there's bread. Make sure you're a very good baker. Hone your baking skills. People will smell the bread baking. They'll come see you. Well, I hope that this brief video, this quick video, has been helpful. If you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe and hit the notifications bell so that you won't miss any of these videos. God bless, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.